Would you love to bake healthy homemade bread but are intimidated by the recipe or afraid of all the steps it takes? Whether you are an experienced baker or not, we are going to show you just how simple this recipe is and how to bake like a seasoned pro. We are making one loaf of sandwich bread, and this recipe was inspired by one of our favorite YouTube channels, Acre Homestead. We cut the original recipe in half and tweaked it just a bit, but you can find the original on scratchpantry.com. So let's get started.
So first we're going to start with warm water in there. I put it in. And then yeast, which we're going to put in 4 tablespoons of yeast. Again, remember this is half a recipe. I'm just going to put some of this raw honey, and this is from our local honey distributor from NECCESSARY, Ohio. So I figure it's about 1/4 cup. Then I'm just going to whisk this all together once I get this off. And then get that honey all dissolved in there, and then we're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes until it gets a little foamy. We're going to go ahead and put the flour and the salt in this bowl, and then we'll incorporate the yeast mixture in with that in a few minutes. So this is 2 3/4 cups of flour, and of course I'm using just a 1/2 cup, and this is bread flour. 1 1/2, 2 1/2, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we use Redmond salt. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, and this is what it looks like. This is the yeast and water and the honey. I'm going to incorporate this into the flour. Now I'm going to also add in 1/8 cup of oil, and I'm using olive oil. Doesn't matter which olive oil it is. So I'm going to run this probably for 5 more minutes and get this into a dough. Okay, I'm just flouring my hands a little bit, and so I can get a hold of this. And I'm going to put it into a lightly greased bowl. Now, if you're making 2 of these, you would split the dough in half, but of course we're not, so. And I'm just going to work this just a little bit to get it into a nice ball. It's nice and soft. Feels good. Okay. Now I'm going to cover it and let it sit in this bowl until it doubles in size. This is doubled, and probably 2 hours. I'm just going to dump this out and just shape it into a rectangle. Doesn't really need to be kneaded. Oh, it's so soft. It feels so nice. took some parchment paper, lined the pan, sprayed it with a little bit of oil. And we're going to reproof it again one more time until it gets about 1 inch over the top of the pan. Just to let you know, this is starting to rise now. We're going to let it go 1 inch over the top of the rim. Isn't it pretty? Okay, the bread has risen the second time, and we're getting ready to put it in the oven for 30 minutes on 350 degrees. Oh, pretty. And there, folks, you have it.
This bread is so good. It's soft, fluffy, and tasty, and will fill your home with an amazing aroma, and your family will love you for it. We'd like to give a shout out to Myers Honey, who didn't sponsor this video, but we think they have the best honey around, in our opinion, and also to Redmond Real Salt. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.